Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be analyzing male and female energy. So these two energies are very, uh, not only are they opposing, but they kind of flow in and out of us. So let's analyze a little bit. So basically, what do I mean by male and female energy? I'm not talking about, there's different types. When you look at it from a soul spiritual point of view, I'm not talking about, a guy plays with army toys and a woman wears a purse. That's like a superficial male-female energy. That's like a more physical and mental thing. There's different types of male-female energy. Today we're going to be analyzing more of a spiritual female energy. So basically, with male energy, it's very exact, right? This right here is male energy, right? Every single piece of this, of these rectangles are exactly straight. They're the exact same size as each other, right? Female energy has to do a lot with coordination, exactitude, you know, basically always getting everything right, no mistakes, uh, aggression, and how do I explain this? It depends on the extremities of the energy. So if it's too extreme, well, then it's gonna have more anger, more hatred, more less sentimentality, and it could be toxic. And same goes with female energy. Now, actually, male. Let's go a little bit more into the male energy. Male energy is essentially, not being too open to ideas, being more robotic, so to speak, calculating every single thing. Emotions don't get in the way, right? Now, let's look at the other side of the spectrum, female energy. Female energy is like life-giving, right? It's like, let's just say male energy is a square and female energy is a circle. It's soft, it's smooth, it's open to new possibilities. Female energy is creativity, is arts, is open to new ideas, and female energy is like more about beauty, grace, divinity, more on the soul aspects, and male energy is a bit more of the physical aspects. So I don't know if I really explained myself right. Anyways, so these two opposing energies, right? So you got the male energy, and this is the problem. Female energy can be a problem too. It sounds nice, right? You're like open possibilities, artistic, this and that. Yeah, but let's analyze, for example, building a park, or not building, but like constructing the parts of the park, right? So what happens in a city, right? They don't just put trees randomly and just make it a park, because that would be a jungle, right? What they want to do with the park is analyze, where do I put the tree, and where would be a good place, what kind of tree, how much water do we add, how often do we need to add water, how often do we need to chop down a tree, do we how much spacing, right? This is the male energy part of things, the spacing. What kind of tree do we put, where do we put the concrete, and this and that. The female energy is, how nice do the trees look, let's plant more trees, let's put all the trees everywhere, and this and that. So an excess of feminine energy would be just planting trees everywhere because it's nice and beautiful, but you're not considering that the trees can break the concrete. You're not considering that one tree can suck the soil and the water out, and the other trees next to it might die. We're not considering, that if we put a tree in the middle of the sidewalk, someone can't pass through, right? And on the other side of the spectrum, the male energy, the square, right, the exact, right, is you're only looking at where to put the trees, and you're not analyzing the beauty of it. So like I said in my other video, we need to have balance, right? feminine, masculine. The yin and the yang represents the male and the female energy intertwining with each other to create balance, right? So you could say a balanced way of constructing parts of the park is, okay, yes, let's analyze where we put the trees and what kind of trees, so that it's not obstructing the way of the citizen, right? Because, we don't want to just put trees everywhere, right? But at the same time, we want to make it look nice. If we don't put enough trees, yes, systematically it's organized, but is it nice? Does it look nice? Is it creative, right? So we need to balance these two things. In general, the main issue with our society today is we have too much imbalance of energies. I would say most of us have excessive male energy, which is like we want everything exact, everything precise. There's no other way. It has to be like this, right? Very constricted, very one-sided. And some people, also, like me included, have problems with excessive male energies. Too much sentimentality can also be a bad thing, because if you're always trying to help people and they don't want help, well, then that can be a problem, because now you're giving too much of yourself and you're offering too much of your time when you should be worried about your own personal health too, right? So we need to balance these two things. So the main problem, if you notice in society, is excessive male energy. I'll give you a few examples. So first of all, you look at people in the mainstream media, right? And beauty, for example. Beauty is not about feeling nice and expressing the different parts of every person, right? It's about, we all have to look the same. We all have to wear makeup. We all have to have certain, right? So when you think of a handsome man or a pretty woman, what do you think, right? For a man, you could say, oh, like a square jaw, right? And a nice nose, right? And maybe medium-sized eyes, and like a little bit smaller lips, and a nice beard, right? And for a woman, you could say, oh, well, small nose and big lips, and a nice jawline, right? So this is an axis in male energy, because you want everything exact. You want it to be all the same, but not in a healthy way. Just we all have to look like this, right? Well, what if someone has a bigger nose, or a smaller nose, or a wider nose? Well, no, that's not acceptable, because we don't have female energy, and female energy is accepting of these differences, right? So this is a very big issue. For example, let's just say, I don't know, even when designing a magazine, right? Every magazine and every logo, every title looks the same, right? You could say this Spider-Man, Wonder Woman title, right? It says Wonder Woman, and there's no mistake, right? They cannot have this an inch to the left, or else it's not perfect. An inch to the right, or else it's not perfect. They calculate the margins here for the barcode. They calculate the spacing right here. This is excess male energy. You're trying to be too exact, and it's okay if it's not exact, right? On the contrary side of the spectrum, well, let's just say there's no measurements. Well, now I can't even, now that would be too extreme on the female energy, because now all these are going to be different sizes, and I can't just give different copies in different sizes to everyone, because that's going to be a chaos, and you're not going to be able to calculate the prices, right? So male and female energies are things that we need to focus on. Male energy is a bit more of a physical thing. Male energy focuses on personal health, physical health, exercise, jogging. Female energy focuses a bit more on spiritual health, free thinking, free mind, free will, divinity. And we need to have both. We need to take care of our physical body, our mental, and our spiritual. So these are things that we need to consider. So I can go in depth on it in another video. For now, this is just kind of like a basic gist of what these energies represent. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll be sure to talk more about these different stuff in the future. So thanks for watching, guys.